I usually wait till 5 minutes goes by. To hello, Steph. Thank you for the follow, Felix. Yeah, I usually wait until 5 minutes goes by before I start the actual stream. Hi, Pixel. I read your comment, but it didn't make any sense to me. I don't understand the nuance of the question. Okay, guys, this is gonna be sort of a trauma dump stream a little bit. I had something happen to me today that kind of peeved me. I was very discheesed today because of something which I'm gonna tell you in a moment here. So let's start from the beginning. Well, today was for the most part a good day up until that moment. So let's start from the beginning. So I woke up late, like I usually do. But work today was chill. I probably should have done more work today, honestly, but it's just another in terms of my productivity, today was another 6 out of 10 day. So that was cool, whatever, work is work. Went to work out, whatever, same old, work out, blah, 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 right? Okay, so now to the big part. So as I've been saying in the last few streams, I was gonna go, I hung out with my cousins today, and we had food, right? And I think you've head bats, Felix. And as you guys know, I've been talking about this the whole week. I'm really excited to see them. And if at the beginning it was fine, everything was cool. So we ate, and then I invited them over to my apartment. After we ate, right? And so we all went to my apartment. And if you guys don't know, I have a crap ton of Pokemon packs, a lot that I've been collecting. And one of my cousins asked me, can I open some of your packs? And I said no. And then he said something along the lines of, "Oh, but Fel, you make this amount, you make this much amount of money. Why are you concerned about a $5 Pokemon pack?" And I was like, okay. I'm just okay. I don't know what that has to do with how much money I make, but okay, but that's okay. So I was like, okay, I'll let you open these many packs, right? And so my cousin that said that to me, he opens the very first pack he opens a $300 card, okay? And I tell him, you should let me have that, right? I don't think that's unreasonable, considering it was my pack. I tell him, you should let me have that. And that made him so mad, me suggesting that he should let me have the card. At the end of the day, he didn't take the card, but he got up in that moment and left. He just got up and left. And it got super awkward. And it's and that kind of just that was just so weird. And then he called my sister. No, this guy is in his early, no, he didn't steal the card. He left the card there, but he was really upset that I didn't let him keep the card, basically. He is in his 30s, and then on his way back, he called my sister to complain about me, and I know this because my sister called me what happened between you and so and so, why are you fighting over Pokemon? I was well, fight, what? So apparently my cousin wants to not talk to me anymore because of this situation. And that just blew my mind. It's just so ludicrous. I don't even I was speechless. I was oh, okay. And it's I don't think and it's just so stupid, dude. It's okay. in anyone else's shoes, like, does anyone like, would anyone else like feel that they like like he opened my pack that I didn't want him to anyway, and he pulls the card, and then he's mad when I asked him to keep it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think that's more like pretty reasonable. I was like, you can keep everything else, just like obviously like he pulled like arguably the best card in the pack, in the set, in the collection. Oh my god. And like he's like, okay, so as you guys, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like, okay, I've talked about this before on stream. I don't really talk to my parents anymore. Like, and my sister, I'm like this close to like cutting her off. Like, I through my infinite patience, I still let her talk to me. And she called me, when she called me to tell me about like, you know, him complaining. She's like, Fel, I'm concerned about you. You keep burning all your family bridges. You keep burning all these bridges with our family, and they're your blood. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, yeah, like, am I like, I don't mind burning bridges with people that like don't behave like normal, mature people, you know? And like, to her, that probably sounds good night, Felix. Good night. I'm sorry, I just like had to get this off my mind. Like, my day was going well all the way up until that moment, because it took me like by surprise. Like it's just so like, what? Yeah, it's just like insane. It's like what? Like how can any reasonable human being feel any like claim to to something that I gave them in the first place? And then like he started like to blow it out of proportion. He's like, why? He's like, there's no point in me opening packs if you're not gonna let me keep the cards. And I was like, you can keep the cards, like just not that one. It's like, oh my god. He's just like, at that point, I'm just working for free. And it's like, what? What? And thank you for the rage, Bone Echo. Sorry, I'm kind of ranting. And it's like, bro, I didn't want you to open the packs in the first place. Like, what? Oh god, it's just, like, I don't want to like burn bridges with my family. Well, apparently, should have told him to buy it off me. I mean, that kind of would defeat the purpose, right? An entire cop. Thank you. Have a good raid. This is plural. It didn't really mean like, we wouldn't really even the pack of the card. I mean, I'm a fox. I mean, I told him that. I was like, you can buy the pack off me for like $4. But like that wasn't. Oh, thank you for the head bags, Dulcet. Oh, hello. But like that kind of just got brushed aside. Like I said it, and they kind of just ignored it. Like, okay, if he bought the pack off me, yeah, like then yeah, it's fair game. It's yours, right? But he didn't. It was mine, and he opened it. Now, granted, I told him he could open it, right? But I didn't like, you know. Oh. My goodness, my family is so, like, there's so many people in my family that are so delusional. They're so cute. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I like being called cute. I'm okay. No, I mean, I'm alright. It's just so, oh, it just gives me a headache trying to understand my irrational, basically to sum up my life, like, people in my family take advantage of me, and then when I set boundaries, they get upset and they claim that I'm not very, like, I'm not honoring the family or something, because like it's basically like, Fel, you should let us exploit you because we're family, even though like I never asked them for anything. Like, literally. this same cousin, by the way, 2 years ago, he asked me to borrow $15,000. Like, is that not? It's, oh my god, it's like, okay, granted, like, my family are immigrants, okay? So like a lot of my family grew up poor. So like I think that kind of has something to do with it, but it's like I think a lot of the people in my family like secretly like resent me a little bit because like I have a good life. And like they kind of like, I guess they like I guess in some sense they kind of feel like I owe it to them in some sense, which is stupid. Or at least I think so. Oh god, this is gonna be a trauma dump stream. At one point, like after I got my first job, my dad had suggested to me that every time I get paid, I should give him a percentage of my paycheck, or like because he like raised me. Like, oh my god, it's just so, like, how do you reason with that? I don't like that. So that's basically what I'm saying. Like like a lot of people in my family are so unreasonable that it's like, what can I possibly say to like they're too far gone. It's, and like when my sister said like he doesn't want he's thinking about never talking to you anymore. I didn't say this, but I wanted to say like, am I like is that supposed to mean something to me? Like like my life would probably be better without him, honestly. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, is he trying to like, does he want me to try to go to him and apologize? Like I'm supposed to get on my knees and I'm so sorry that I didn't give you the card that was, from my pack that I didn't want you to open. like, oh my god, my sister isn't that much better though. Like when my sister, when I told her that, when I told her I didn't want to talk to like our dad anymore, she got mad at me. She was like, she was basically like implying that like I should never cut him off because he's my dad, and like I should always talk to him. And it's like, I think they have this idea in their mind that because I have boundaries and I'm willing to enforce them, then that must mean I don't care about them. That's basically what it sums up to. That like I put my boundaries first, and I won't let them like cross them. That must mean I didn't care about them, I guess. It's like talking, you don't even know. Yeah, I mean, it's like when your ideologies are so far apart, like there's nothing you can do. It's like arguing with a rock, not a rock, but like arguing with a chicken. There's just like you're speaking different languages. Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't know. I know trauma dumping is not great for ASMR, but like I couldn't, like it made my blood boil. I was like, oh my god. And like, so like, and that's kind of why, like, I've said this before, like, thank you for that, Bad Pixel. Like my friends, my IRL friends, I view them as more of my family than my actual family, because they're the ones that taught me how to do a lot of things. They're the ones that like helped me a lot. They're the ones that like are reasonable. God, I kind of don't really want to. Okay. So, like my family is. I don't want to dox myself. Like you guys can probably kind of infer when I tell you this, but like let's just say the culture where my family comes from. I guess it's like I don't know if it's necessarily the culture, but it's like my family is kind of rude. Like I'll give you an example. Like in the culture of my family, like people will comment on each other whenever we go like to like a family gathering. They'll comment on people's weight, like even, and not like secretly, like they'll just straight up tell them in their face like, oh, you look like you gained some weight, or or they'll be like how much money do you make, like these questions that are super taboo in like Western culture. My family readily says to each other, and there's like a huge like so it's like, that's kind of like where I'm coming from. Like my family like doesn't have this understanding of like boundaries. It's like I can understand to a certain extent. I'm an individual who doesn't have a lot of boundaries about anything, but I have a lot of needs from people. I think our society places emphasis on boundaries, but not enough on needs. Basically, boundaries are do less of this, needs are do more of this. I agree. I mean, but like in my case, I don't actually ever. I really, really, really value my independence. Probably to like a bad extent. So like the reason why I'm really independent, like for example, like it's almost from like trauma. Thank you for the follow, Siona Kim. Hello, Sion. I probably mispronounced it like crazy, but like so you guys know, like I don't. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce it. Can I just call you Sio? But like you guys know I don't accept donations, right? And that's because I feel really, really like weird about people giving me stuff. And that mostly stems from like my family, like what they would do when I grew up. Whenever they would ask me for something, they'd be like, well, you know, we did all this for you. And I was like, okay, like, you know, if you were gonna use that against me, you shouldn't have done it for me. Like, I didn't ask you to do that. It's like, and so I kind of have like trauma of like, you know how in prison they say you should never let someone do you a favor. It's kind of like that, except like my parents were the ones that extorted me. Hi, Butterfly Z. Hello. Some people need to realize that being related doesn't tie the people to family, especially if they treat you that way. But the family of the people that accept you, love you, and support you. Yeah. No, I agree. It's just a cop out. Like they just like weaponize that label against me to try and guilt trip me and gaslight me. It's so bad, dude. God fucking. And like what? Like thank God that like so my friends are like very. My friends are very Western. Like if it weren't for them, I probably would have allowed myself to get gaslit. Like I go to my friends, I'm like, hey, is this normal? They're like, no, Belle, that's, you know, our family would never do that. That sounds awful. You know, thank God for them that I have like, you know, I have a clear conscience on this kind of thing. Like I tell this situation to my friends and they're like, what? Like that's ridiculous. Like oh, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like, oh, like I know. I kind of talked about this before, but like I want these streams to be comfy, but I feel like so many times I don't talk about comfy stuff. Thank you for the follow, Butterfly Z. Like, I wish every stream could be comfy, but a lot of things in my brain, and it's gonna sound kind of dark and trigger warning, but a lot of things in my brain just are not comfy, so. Oh god, that sounded so bad. Yeah, it's just, oh god. And now, like, so basically what happens, right, in my family, what happens is, it's almost 3 a.m. You're very, oh, I hope you can sleep well. It's like the extra about yourself and just don't worry about the viewers. Don't just worry about the viewers. I mean, I care about you guys. I mean, to some extent. It was nice to meet you. Thank you for stopping by. Like, the problem is, like, in my family, what usually happens when you finally block someone, right, is they'll go and start like for example, like my dad, after I blocked him, he told my aunt. Of course, he left out the part about where like all the times he's asked me for money and stuff, right? He left that part out. So like basically whenever you block someone in my family, they go and like tell everyone else in the extended family that you blocked them, but they don't elaborate on why you blocked them. They just tell them that you blocked them, and then you start getting pressure from everyone else because they're like, Phil, you should, you know, he's your dad, or you know, that's your sister. You should talk to them, and it's like I wonder if they told you the why I blocked them, you know. And then it just becomes like this domino effect where like I really don't want to like block every single person in my family, but like at sometimes it really does feel like it's me versus them, because like they can't respect my decision. Like it's like I told them I'm like you know, okay, I made my decision, please don't bring it up anymore. Like it makes me uncomfortable. Like you are not gonna be able to convince me to like talk to this person if I've decided for myself I don't want to talk to them anymore. It's like it's almost kind of disrespectful for you to keep bringing it up to me when you know how I feel about it. Ooh. And it just frustrates me because like again, like it makes me mad that they all just have this judgment of me that I must not care about them because I don't let them like do these things to me. And like I think I'm a like pretty generous person. I mean, not to sound like, you know, not to be like pretentious or anything, but like generally speaking, I think I'm pretty fair with people. I guess they just like expect me to like bend my back over for them. I don't know. I'm just saying you don't just care as it feels human. Yeah, no, I mean, I like to think that like, you know, by sharing like being more honest about like my woes and things, that people can kind of like, you know, kind of connect with that. Because I don't want to like necessarily like you know, put on my best face to try to make the stream comfy when I'm like pissed off. Oh god, I feel a lot better now. Thank God for my friends, guys. Whenever one of these moments happens where basically my family triggers me, I go and tell my friends and they just confirm that I'm not insane. Like, I tell these stories to my friends and they're like, what? Like, they can't even fathom that. Wait, what was the other thing I was talking about earlier? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is the same cousin that told me that said that like I should sell him my Pokemon stuff to them for MSRP because they're family. And like they're just like oh my god. Like how do I put okay if I'll put it like this. Like let's say like first off I would never do this, but like let's say I suggested to my friend, hey, you should give me a discount because we're friends. And if he said no, I'd be like, okay, that's the end of that. Like I wouldn't guilt trip him. Like that'd be the end of the conversation. Like he said no, that's it. Like I don't need like, you know, like I don't need all this extra. It just feels like my entire life it's been like give, and like I never get anything, you know? It's like ask Fell for this, ask Fell for that. Like when like, well, the problem in my family culture is like they're not afraid. Like okay, so for me, like and I think this is healthy, like I mean for the most part, like I will only ask someone for a favor if I really need it. Like if I know I can't do it myself. And it's the same thing for my friends. And that's why when they do ask me for a favor, I'll you know, we do them for each other because we understand that the only time we would truly only ask each other for a favor if we're desperate, right? But like my family ask each, you know, they ask me for favors like it's nothing. Like you know, like they have like lost all like reservations, I guess, about like asking me for things. And it's like so like you know how when you ask someone for a big favor, you feel kind of bad, like you feel kind of guilty to even like suggest that. I think even that does. It's like they've lost like they don't feel that guilt when they ask me for stuff because they think they're entitled to it to some extent. I sound like I need a hug. I mean, I don't know. I was like, unfortunately, like most, I do have one friend, Lusa, who streams. Let me give her a shout out. She like is the only one I can really go to that relates to me, because her family is also pretty crappy. But like you know, most people have pretty normal families, I think. Yeah, let me shout her out. Although she doesn't really stream too much anymore, but Usa is a lot more open about talking about her family on stream than I am. She is not afraid to rant about her mom on stream. I kind of respect that almost. If anything, I kind of feel bad for my other cousins that were there with us because now they're gonna feel like weird. Like they're gonna like I don't know. I know they're in this weird position where like they're stuck in between. Like I'm sure he's gonna ask them like what they think about it, and they're gonna have to like pick a side or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask them to do that. I'm gonna just like pretend it didn't happen. I'm not gonna bring it up. I've been in a friend's house. I've been friends with the shitty game. It's hard to watch. It is. It's just like so sad when a child is born to a terrible family because there's so much potential that's lost there. Yum. That was a water noise, yeah. Sorry, was that gross? Sorry, was that nasty? My bad. That was me sipping water. Is that adequate ASMR? Do you guys like that? Really? I'll write that down. Write that down. Pixel, write that down. Sipping water trigger. Write that down. Okay. Well, now it's only natural, guys. I trauma dumped. Does anyone here have anything they want to get off their chest? Nothing too personal though. Like, I'd prefer if you kept any like, super deep things, like nothing too crazy. Nothing that's gonna like make the room ultra awkward. Like, basically, if it's something you should probably go to a doctor for, I can't help you. Hi, Roku. If it's something that you should probably go to a doctor for, then like it's probably too personal. Hello, Roku. Hello. Yeah, sorry guys. I was supposed like I was gonna stream earlier. We're trauma dumping. We're taking turns trauma dumping. I wanted to stream earlier, but then like I had to work on my side business some more, and then like I kind of just ruminated on the thing I just told you guys about for a little bit. Love a trauma dump. Trauma bonding brings people together. Basically, trauma bonding brings us all together. I definitely have some issues with my mom. It's really hard because I know it's her first time being a mom, and she's trying. But at the same time, it's really hard on me because I'm expectations and other things. Oh my god, I have to say that is so considerate of you. Like just this just the fact that you're saying I know it's hard because it's her first time being a mom. Like I can't like I wouldn't even I would maybe I'm a terrible person. I would never even like consider that as like an excuse for my parents to mistreat me. Like, I mean, you have a point, but like if you're gonna have a child, you should like be more than like confident that you can like, you know, that you shouldn't your child shouldn't be more mature than you. But I appreciate like how sympathetic you are, CEO, because that's very like kind of you to even suggest that I'm a bit more heartless, I guess. Some of her expectations. Do you care to share expectations? My GS friends are so controlling. She tries how long back from each other even though we love each other. I mean that really depends on like I don't know how old you are and I don't want you to tell me, but like that can kind of depend on. I feel like if you're underage, that's a bit more reasonable. But like if you're not underage, then I think it's kind of silly. Well, but also if she still lives with her parents, then like that's also kind of just unfortunate, right? That's kind of like the unfortunate thing. Like a lot of kids, they're kind of forced to live with their parents, but their parents aren't like good, so they just have to like accept whatever their parents demand of them, even if it's really terrible. I talked about this the other like one of my other streams. Like, man, my heart goes out to all those kids. Like, that's why I was so excited to like leave my parents' house. Like the moment I got a job, I moved out. And like, I hope everyone can like make that escape at some point that like is in that kind of situation. Trauma dumping allows you to be the dead horse. Go on. She's very controlling over my decision. Like my study's not very supportive sometimes. Yeah, I think this is a common. I'm gonna guess you're Asian, Seo. But like, I mean, it's kind of common, especially in like Asian culture, that like, it's. I don't know how to put it. It's like you're a lot of times it's. I don't want to make assumptions about your family, but like, often the case, it's like your parents, like, they didn't get to. Like they were robbed of their childhood by their parents, like generational trauma, right? And like they're trying to live vicariously through you. So like in a sense, like if you don't, it's like you becoming a doctor is in a sense her becoming a doctor, if that makes sense. Like she wants control over your life because like she sees you very much as a reflection of her. She doesn't see you as like necessarily a completely independent person, which is obviously not healthy. All you really know is we were in a shitty situation. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, it's rough, man. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird spot. Okay, like, let's say you have like really sucky parents, right? But they're not that sucky, but they're pretty sucky. Like, they're not 10 out of 10 sucky. They like physically abuse you, but they're like 8 out of 10 sucky. They like talk bad about you and they mentally abuse you, right? So like, what is better though? Like, would you rather like move out and like have no secure, like you wouldn't know where to sleep, and you have no idea where your next, like where how you're gonna have a roof under your head where your next meal is gonna come from? Or would you rather like, but you gain that mental freedom? Or would you rather, take the torture but have like security? And that, bro, like obviously most people, like, it's recommended you do the latter, right? Because like, if you don't have a place to stay, you don't have food to eat, you might die. And if your parents mistreat you, you won't die, but like you'll be pretty not great. But like that's better than like being homeless, I guess. Asian parents and having to go stand and stand. I wish parents would just have kids because they love kids, not because they want to live out their own fantasy. Yeah. Why give your child a job where they've been for? Exactly. No, like that's the thing. Like Asian parents, like they view kids almost like as an investment. And it's like when you grow up, it's like they're gonna be like, you're indebted to me because I raised you. And then you're like, okay, why did if I knew there was gonna be a bill for you raising me, you should have just you should have never had a kid in the first place. Like what? It's just so stupid. And to be fair though, also like if your parents are like immigrants, especially like Asian immigrants, then like there's an inherent like and you were born in America, then there's an inherent like clash of culture there, right? Like you would be very westernized and they would not be. They'd be very, Easternized, if you want to call it. So obviously you're gonna clash on those things, and it's just unfortunate. Like that. Well, that's the other thing. Like, I think like I'm not to give up the culture per se, but the things that people would obviously see as rude. Like I said earlier, like asking someone how much they make, for example. Like they'd never like shed those qualities. Like obviously there are things that that are acceptable in one culture that would be seen as rude in another, but bad kind of like bad, I guess, immigrants, they don't shed those qualities and they don't try to like recognize that they're bad in the first place. Like basically my family, something I think about my family is they are, how do I put this? They only tend to be able to make like literally almost everyone in my family, like save for a few people, they can only like all their friends, they can only get along with other people of our like same ethnicity. Isn't that kind of weird? Like I don't know about you guys, but like, have you guys noticed that like some particularly, oh god, I hope this doesn't sound like racist, but like this is just my observation, right? My observation is that it's very common for like Asian people of any ethnicity to be very like clanal, even in America. Like they only hang around other people of like, like Koreans will only hang around other Koreans, or like Vietnamese people only hang around other Vietnamese people, or Chinese people only hang around other Chinese people. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But like to me, that just comes across so oddly. No, like doesn't that seem kind of weird? It's like why does your friend group like have zero diversity? And like I think it's because like it's really just like a culture thing. Like they're like unable to adopt the culture of like, I guess, America, such that they can like befriend like anybody, I guess, or most people. So like they can only really get along with other people from their like same country, I guess. I understand why she's worried. We get so overbearing sometimes. I basically had to leave the house or deal with constant pressure from my mom. Wait, have you left the house before? I think like leaving the house when you don't have a job and then like a source of income is like takes a lot of courage. I don't know. I feel like many like people like are a bit too close-minded about their culture. Like you would, if you're gonna move to another country, you should probably try your best to adopt their culture, right? Is that not fair? Like, you shouldn't like go move to another country and then criticize the majority of the people there because you don't agree with them. Like that's kind of dumb. Hi, Woo Yay. No, we're just kind of we're venting. It's a venting stream. Everyone talking about our crappy families. Oh my god. At this point in my life, it's just like, just leave me alone, guys. Like, you know that saying that like you should cut negative people out in your life. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Except like most of those people that are negative people in my life are my family. So like it's a little bit more challenging. And when I do it, they'll just assume that like I'm being like not like I'm being like a terrible person or something. Like I guess like also in Eastern culture or like yeah, in like the you guys know like filial piety, right? Like like in Asian culture, you're really expected to respect your parents. Like in Asian culture, obedience is to your parents is like a very big thing, right? So like the idea that you would even disagree with them or or anything like that, like you just come like to them, you come across as like disobedient and ungrateful, I guess. Ooh. I left for college, but I'm super busy with work as well. Because my college is very close to home. Coincidentally, my parents want me to move back because I refuse, so I'm not giving any financial support. So I've just been super busy. No, yeah, no, don't do that. No. Like Lusa, I don't want to tell Lusa's business, but like, it's very like they're gonna like that is actually good. No, get as far away as you can. They want you closer because they want control over you, right? The closer you are to them, the easier you are to control. Basically, right? I'm sure you already knew that, but like that, like get as far, not as far away as you can, but like you need to be very careful about like it's like what I said with the prison analogy. Like if you know your parents are gonna weaponize it against you, do not accept favors from them. Like you need to like cut off all dependency on your parents. Like you need to get your own health insurance, you need to get your own car, you need to get your own car insurance, you need to get your own phone plan, everything. If if there's even one thing that you depend on them for, they're gonna use it against you. Mm-hmm. Oh God! Like when I say these, when I describe these things to someone with like one of my friends who have healthy families, they think like, understandably so, they think I'm the one being unreasonable because they would never like when I tell someone like, oh, I don't talk to my parents anymore, like obviously they must assume like that there must have been like I must have done like that's kind of mean of me. That makes sense, right? And a normal family, in a normal loving family, it would be weird to not like to cut off your parents. Ooh. So it's hard finding people that relate to that, I guess. Well, I said that earlier. I'm repeating myself. My mom was a second-gen immigrant, but raised by very Asian parents, so she's pretty Asian in her momming and somewhat adapted to Western culture. You have to be the one that breaks the cycle. I mean, I honestly, one of the reasons why I don't think I can have kids is because I'm like deathly afraid I'll treat them like the same way my parents treated me. It's like I do not want to pass down more generational trauma. That's not the only reason, but that certainly like plays a role in it, for sure. Um, oh gosh, I'm scared to have kids for more reason than one. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I would recommend the book. I think I need to. Did I buy it? I need to read it. I'm gonna read it tonight. Actually, why haven't I bought this such a. It's called what's it called? It's like for adult kids of emotionally immature parents. Here we go. How to heal from distant, rejecting, or self-involved parents. Let me share this. Okay, here's an Amazon link. Look, I would recommend anyone with shitty parents to buy this book. I'm sure like you'll feel very vindicated. Oh my god. Oh man, that's why I say like when I get like hopefully one day I find my like a wife. Everyone pray for me that Spell gets a wife one day. Like I am gonna try. Like I will be more involved with her family than my own. In fact, I don't even know if I'm gonna let her meet my parents. I don't think I would. I'd be like, I don't want you to meet my family. Like stay away from them. I will treat her. I will probably treat her family like actually like my blood family, probably better if they're like reasonable. hmm I think I've said this before, but like one of my best friends, this is so sweet of him. But like every Thanksgiving and every Christmas, his family invites me over because they know my family sucks, and like I go whenever he invites me, and I'm just so grateful for that. I guess. Thank God for friends, dude. If it wasn't for my friends, I don't know where I would have ended up. I definitely wouldn't have made it this far. I know that. Like I would have let my parents, like let everyone gaslight me. I probably would have ended up in a much worse position than I am in now. That's also part of the reason why I'm very cynical and very stubborn, because like I had to learn at an early age to distrust authority being my parents, because they would just give me such bad advice all the time. My mom and I just constantly get in fights, and sometimes I doubt myself and think I'm wrong. I should be fighting with my mom. I talk to my friends with no friends. I see what business being my parents. I guess it really does depend on and generally speaking, it depends on the situation, right? It's like it depends. But like it sounds to me like, well, if you're not uncomfortable sharing, you kind of would just have to give me a specific scenario, like a disagreement you had with your mom. Oh, okay, that's the other thing though. Like that you shouldn't even be getting the fight, right? Like mature parents don't get into fights with their kids, right? Like that's not a thing. Like it's like not to say you are one, but like, let's say I had a kid and they were like throwing a fit or something, or they disagreed with me or something. Like I would just I would calmly disengage the situation. I would never argue or fight with my child. I would either like ignore them because you're that. That's the way that's healthy parenting. When your child is doing something that is like undesirable, you don't like slap them across the face or insult them. You're supposed to ignore them, and like you don't acknowledge their bad behavior. And then when they do something good, you reward them, right? Like that's good parenting 101. But anyways, like I would never, like a parent should never ever have like what is essentially a fight, right? If Okay, so for one, like if they genuinely think that their child is like in the wrong, then like I said, they should just ignore them and just like disconnect themselves from the situation. They should not engage. If they think but like also like parents in general need to be willing to like hear their kids out. Like even though your kid is a kid, like at some point you need to give your child the respect that like their opinion has weight. Like your child is gonna feel like you don't want to raise your child thinking that their opinion doesn't matter or your opinion matters more than theirs. That's terrible parenting. Oh God. Like that's kind of how it is in Asian culture though. In Asian culture, it's just like your opinion doesn't matter because I have I'm higher up in the I guess blood food chain. Like that's what a normal family like looks like, right? Like if you have a disagreement with your child, you sit down and you talk about it and you come to some kind of compromise. You treat your child like an adult. I almost want to be friends with the best I can, but it's just really complicated. Yeah, no, I see that too. Like part of me wants to like raise a great child to spite my parents. Like look what I was able to accomplish despite you being terrible parents. Of course I wouldn't. Oh God. I mean, I don't know how. Honestly, I'm still probably not gonna like. I'm your mom. Yes, no, that's so true. You're reading my mind, Sayo. That's so true, dude. I hate when they say that. Like, basically the format is like, this is my unreasonable demand. And it's like, why should I do this unreasonable demand? And then the answer is, because I'm your mom or dad. And it's like, okay. Like that pretty much sums it up, right? Like, they don't value your opinion. They don't care what you think. all they know, all that can matter to them is that they have authority over you, so you should blindly listen to them. Like that, my dad would use that all the time when he would ask me for money. He'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "Why should I give you this?" And he's like, "Well, because I'm your dad." And he's like, "What?" Like, bro, oh god. It's like, you really couldn't think of something better than that, really? And I'm glad there's at least someone there's a few people in the chat that can relate. And I don't think poorly of people. Like, obviously I'm jealous of people that have okay, like, this is something you see often. Like, I'm jealous of people that have good, like, a good upbringing, like good parents. But I don't see myself as like I don't see my character as in any way being like better than people that because like, oh, I went through a lot more, so that must mean that like I'm more mature than people that like went through, like, didn't have to go through what I went through. Like, that's stupid. That's so like, that's like basically hazing, right? That's like a hazing ritual. Like, give me an example. It's like thank you for the raid, Tails. Hello, what are you doing? Raccoon. Is Pixel here? Pixel, thank you for the follow already. Pixel, there's another raccoon in the building. Pixel. One of my mods is also a raccoon. What were you doing? What were you doing? Wait, what were you? Oh, ASMR, go figure. What were you doing? I hope you had a good stream. Wait, hold on. I have a ritual where anyone that raids me that does ASMR, I have to listen to their voice. Oh my. Oh my. Hello, how was your stream? How was your stream? Oops, good. Sorry, you guys joined at a bad time. We're trauma. Tonight is trauma dump night, and we're trauma dumping about bad parents. If anyone here, like, so this is not comfy ASMR. This is ASMR, but the subject is not comfy. I'm sorry to say. It's super late. Oh my god, it's 2 a.m. for me. Wow, 4 a.m. Thank you. Here, I can take my hoodie off so you can see my ears. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, yeah, just, oh god. Don't let me stop you. Thank you. Yeah, this is just, oh man, like, basically you need to, you gotta be like, Dad, or we'll just say it like that, like, Mom, I'm sorry that your mom treated you like garbage, but I'm not gonna fall victim to the same gaslighting. Like, just because you obeyed your mom, my grandmother, and you let her abuse you, doesn't mean that like I'm obligated to let you do the same thing to me. Like, I'm sorry that you let your childhood get, I'm sorry, but I really am. But like, this, but like, you really. It's just made me hard, and then without basically working pages, teachers in college. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. There was one semester where I was doing an internship, and like, so I was going to college full time, and I had an internship part time, and I just remember my entire day being busy. Like, literally, I had no free time on the days I had to work. Like, from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep, I was busy. I guess like I had a break here and like an hour, like a gap. Like, it's like, when your entire day is like things you don't want to do, like that, that's extremely draining on the human like soul. I'm sorry to hear that, but like, then again, like, I'm sure you realize like the price of your freedom, right? Like, if you really ask yourself, like, is this life worth not having to, deal with my parents? The answer is probably yes, right? Like that's just how shitty the parents can be. Like once you taste freedom, you can never go back. I guess is what I'm saying. Like freedom is priceless. So I'm sorry that your life is so hard, but at the same time, I'm really happy for you that like you're independent. You can you can live your own life. Don't like your future self will thank you, for like making this decision early in your life. I mean, I wish I did it earlier in my life. Good voice ASMR, do I? Okay, I listen to my own VODs, and I think I sound so cringe. Like, I think I sound so nasally. I don't know how you guys listen to me. Like, oh my god, I sound so, like, weird. Like, yeah, no, I think I sound, like, super, super nasally. I don't know how people, like, don't comment on that. Oh, okay. Okay, something I'm actually excited about is, so one of my closest friends, we used to like cook food every week, but like for we haven't done that in a long time. But like tomorrow, I'm gonna head over to his house. We're gonna cook dinner again together. It's gonna be so fun. Like and I don't have to worry about him saying something to ruin my mood because he's a reasonable person, unlike my cousins. Anyone listening to their own voice thinks they sound bad though? Yeah, I don't really know one person that thinks their own voice sounds good. Well, it's like strange 'cause I don't mind the sound of my own voice, like when I'm talking, but it's like the sound of my own recorded voice that like sounds weird. Is that normal? Like for some reason my recorded voice sounds like worse than the voice that I hear when I talk. I don't know. Really strange. Oh man. Relatable. Wait, do you stream or something? Do you do a little recording, a little streaming? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, I guess you don't. I just looked. Yeah, this will not be a very long stream. Or I mean maybe it will, I don't know. It depends. I could rant about my crappy family like forever. I can't I'm not gonna like trauma dump the entire history, but like you guys would not believe the things that I've been asked. Whenever I'm recording something with my friends, it sounds so bad. Oh, I see. I guess like especially when it comes to like Asian families, it's like they feel entitled to you. So like if you become really successful, they're gonna feel entitled to that, even if they didn't really do anything to like even if it was all your own merit. Like everything they do, they feel entitled to, basically. God forbid you choose your own path. Like I cannot imagine it's like, but it's also it's like really like traditional Asian families. It's like they're like how do I put this? They're like scared to take risk. Like like you know how like the American culture is really about individualism and like taking a risk in your life and pursuing happiness. That's not the case in like a lot of Eastern culture. In Eastern culture, it's like, do the predefined path, go to school, look for an office job, honor the family. If you don't like go on this path that every other person goes on, like a drone in the masses, this predefined path that literally everyone else does, then like it's disgraceful or something like that. Yeah, no, they no, like crappy narcissistic parents are extreme. Like my parents have never said I'm sorry to me, and like that's not because they've never genuinely like wronged me in life. It's because they're too proud to say that to me. I think my dad would rather die than apologize to me for something. Yeah, but it's like that's the other thing too. Like good, like just when I said earlier, like when you have kids, you need to treat them like adults. And that also means like showing them that like you're not like you're infallible, right? Like that means like when you make a mistake, A good parent will admit to their mistake and apologize to their child. You cannot like give off this impression that you're infallible and you do nothing wrong. Mind how surprising, which I really appreciate. Surprisingly what? Sorry. Oh wait, they have. Oh, like apologize to you? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's. I mean, that puts you like way ahead of most other Asian families, honestly, or at least most like toxic ones, I guess. That is surprising. Okay, wait. Let me get so when I blocked my dad, right? So like when my sister's like an intermediary, and honestly, I'm thinking about blocking her too. But like I said, she's on the thin line. But anyways, um, she was like, "Fel, you should talk to him." And I was like, you know what? I will talk to our dad when he apologizes to me for everything he's done. And she says like, he's not gonna do that. And I'm like, okay, why? And she's like, because he's old-fashioned. I'm like, what does that mean? Is that supposed to be an excuse? Like, am I supposed to be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's just his character to be a terrible person? Is that supposed to be a valid excuse? Is that supposed to be like, am I supposed to be like, oh yeah, I understand. It's part of his culture to be a dick. So I guess I should forgive him. Or something like that, I don't know. Ugh. Oh man, I should have just been yapping about like, I don't know, the news, I don't know, or and drinking and clapping my hands, drinking whatever ASMR artists do. I don't know. Oh my god, could you guys hear me swallow? That's kind of embarrassing. Did you guys hear me swallow just now? Oh man. I don't have any IRL friends that have crappy parents. At least not as bad as mine. And that's like, usually I have to like find other people online. Basically. I'm surprised my mic doesn't pick up my typing. Well, that's probably because like I when I do my okay guys, I have a special surprise on Sunday. I'm gonna turn off my noise suppression for that. Hi Lynn. Oh, how have you been? How have you been? Been a minute. How you been? How you been? How's your YouTube going? Have you been like staying consistent with it? I have not. I stopped making like, I don't really do anything other than stream. Been working. Facts. We stay working. Yeah, no, I've been pretty busy too, but like, I've been good busy, I haven't been dropping as much, but if you're working on a video, nice. Video editing it takes so long to like edit a short. I can't imagine editing an entire video. It's probably take like several days. I do not miss editing. Mama. You love it? Yeah. I mean, it's very rewarding. I need to. I think after this, I'm gonna go eat a little bit of fried rice and then go to sleep, probably. Your work has been killing me. Do you mind saying what you do for work? Or maybe a hint. I don't know. Oh, everyone is even. I literally, I feel so bad because I can't relate to like people that say it's hot. Because a lot of people tell me that like literally it's so hot that their AC can't keep up. And I'm like, really? That's a thing? That just sounds like you have a crappy AC. Isn't that what that sounds like? What is a houseman? What? Houseman? Huh? I ain't gonna look this up. Houseman? What? Houseman. General. Oh, maintenance man. Houseman. That's what they call it. Maintenance guy. When I'm not in the hiatus, I feel about everyone else. I mean, it's like, okay. So where I live, it's like it was 90 degrees today, but it's like really, it was really humid. But it was like 90 degrees, but like my AC has no problem like keeping it. I like to keep my apartment at 69, and that's not to be funny. That's generally like how I feel. Like that generally is like what I prefer. Yeah, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's like really humid where I am too, though. It's like I think today was like 70% humidity or something like that. I don't know. Your room stays cold. Well, I guess when you go and work, you don't really have control over like the AC at your job. To be fair, and obviously if you work outside, then that's kind of GG. I couldn't imagine being like I was walking across my gym, guys. There's like this building they're building, and the guys were just up there on the roof building shit with no harness or anything. I'm like, oh my god, like, that doesn't seem safe. What do you trip? What if you slip and you just fall off the roof? Like that can't be under code. Like this gotta be an OSHA. This has to be an OSHA violation. Why are you guys just on the roof? I think it was highs of 75. Wait, what? Highs of 75? Oh my goodness. Where are you? No, don't tell me, but like that's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna go hours. No. Wait, how early do you wake up for work? What? How early do you have to wake up? Even if you live in Eastern time zone, that means you have to wake up at what? 5:30? That's insane. Oh man. If someone tells you they have to wake up at 6 a.m. for work, that's how you know their life is not easy. Hi, Tails. What are you eating? You forgot to leave a follow? Oh, you don't have to follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, no, waking up. Thank you for the follow, Mayday. Waking up at 6 a.m. to like, that's how I know people like, they're like that, like their life is rough, You gotta wake up at work, dude. No, you guys work on a Saturday. I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to everyone that works the weekends. Working on the weekend like usual. The job isn't hard, I just don't feel like getting up. Hello, Summer. Not as early as you. I mean, I have a 9 to 5 and I work from home, so I literally can wake up at like 8:30. How are y'all? I mean, we're chilling. We're big chilling. We were trauma dumping earlier, but I guess we're moving on from that. If anyone wants to vent about anything, do feel free. I don't work Monday and Tuesday. Do you like it like that? I mean, actually, maybe that's actually pretty good, right? Because one of the downsides of working a regular job is like, you have to like take time off of work to like go do other things, like. So if you work Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and everyone else works Monday 9 to 5, then how the hell do you go do stuff? Like, how do I go to my doctor's appointment without like checking out of work? You have to, right? So it's kind of weird like that. It's like, did no one think about that? So yeah, like that's kind of a cool benefit. Like if you don't have to work on like a weekday, then you have like so much more options. I just don't work. Oh, I mean, if I could not work, I would probably not. Well, I don't know. I feel like if I didn't work, I'd probably get depressed again. So maybe it's not that simple. Usually I work starting later. We have to cover a shift for tomorrow. You just stay home. I mean, that's fair. I stay home most. Well, I try to do like one thing every weekend with my friends. That could be like literally anything. Like going out to dinner, or like, just like going to each other's house and just chatting. I don't know. And if one is just you can quit someday, that'd be wild. Oh, I mean, I wish that for you though. Full-time content creator is like a dream for so many people, I feel. Something cool is my friends, everything as long as they get educated and they're happy. That's cool. I mean, I'm glad your parents are like supportive of you. Mm-hmm. I usually work 4 days a week. I'm only available on Mondays because D&D. Wait, D&D. What's D&D? Dungeons and Dragons? They usually schedule me on weekends. If I have a Thursday off, I go play Beyblade, and every once in a while I take Friday and Saturday off to go see my BF because those are his days off. Oh, I see. Dungeons and Dragons. To be honest with you guys, I don't really play tabletop. I don't. That never really appealed to me. Never really appealed to me. I'm not gonna lie. Hi, Lucy. I really only the only board game I have experience with is Monopoly. Didn't really ever go. Oh my! Here, let me scooch up. Hello. What TTRPG test? What is that? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I mean, I played Baldur's Gate, so I basically played Dungeons and Dragons. Basically, it's like the same thing, isn't it? I think basically the same thing. Yawners. Any yawners in the chat? Yawners. Tabletop role-playing games, so D&D and similar games. I mean, what's the second most popular one? I didn't even know, like... I mean, I know there were others, but I feel like you never hear about the other ones besides Dungeons and Dragons. Probably Pathfinder. I work from 5 to 10 p.m. and then 10:30 to 10 p.m. Oh my god, wait. What job do you do that has you up till 2 a.m., huh? What even stays open that late? A gas station? Question mark? I don't know. You don't have to tell me. It was... Oh, wait, you're a bartender? That's kind of cool, though. Wait, wait. Say, does that mean like you're super suave? Like you're like super smooth and stuff? Like, are you like the cool, mysterious bartender that's like super hot? Cool, mysterious? You hope so. I usually work like 5 to 12. Oh, you guys have some weird schedules. I mean, as someone that works a 9 to 5, this is all really weird to me. I mean, bartending sounds kind of fun though. Like, it's a very social job though, right? Like, you get to talk to a lot of people. Do you need like a license or anything? Like, how did you learn to bartend? When did you learn that? You get tips every now and then. You know, it's not. I think if you kind of, I'm not someone that can stand all day, but like, I think like chatting to people. I guess the worst thing though would be when people would try to hit on you, and that would be kind of sucky. Any job where people are allowed to like be around you and you have to like forcibly so, and they try to flirt with you, that'd be pretty annoying, I imagine. I like to sleep till the afternoon and stay up till like 6 a.m. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not one to talk though. I've been staying up till like 4 a.m. every day. It's kind of bad. It's really bad. So originally you were a waiter. And you moved up the ranks to bartender. No, I know that like the job itself seems cool. I could never do it because I don't drink alcohol. So like I wouldn't really. I mean, I guess that technically isn't really a requirement, but it just seems kind of weird. Not like to be a bartender and you don't even drink. Closing shifts are perfect for you. After a few months, I help behind the bar and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I worked a night shift job. I don't know how I would feel about that. For me, it'd probably just be inconvenient because there'd be a lot of stuff that's closed. But depending on the job, I probably wouldn't really mind working a night shift job. That has some requirements you have to meet. Oh, I see. Nice. Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, that's saying a lot. That's saying more than a lot of people. Like I know a lot of people in like straight up dead end jobs, like with no career progression. So like that's something at least. Like you don't want to be stuck. You didn't want to be a waiter your entire life, right? It's actually kind of cool. And this is gonna be kind of cruel to say, but like I don't necessarily think that like. Well, I think it depends. Okay, I would say like. I think if if you work any job, like if you are contributing to society, in other words, you should at least be able to survive. Like you should be able to, like, you know, get an apartment with a bunch of roommates, like maybe like a bunch, and like you should be able to like buy, you know, food, and that's pretty much like, I think that is like, you know, I think a lot of people like are kind of, I guess they're kind of entitled. Like they think that, you know, they work a job, and even though they work at like McDonald's, that must mean like the world owes it to them that they should be able to, like, you know, have their own place and go on vacations every year and like save money, and then like they blame it on like capitalism, I guess. And it's like, I don't really like that perception, honestly. I think that's kind of dumb. Like I can understand people like not being able to make ends meet. Like I do think that that's a pretty fair point. Like I think if you contribute to society in some, and if you contribute to society in some way, then you should be able to, like, you know, you should be able to support, like, not like die. You know, you should have the means to survive. Like anything beyond that is like a privilege, right? In my opinion. And if you want to have access to those privileges, then you need to like upskill. I don't know. I just feel like you can't have like no skills and then complain that like capitalism sucks, right? You can't be like, oh, you know, I should have all the benefits of the that person that worked really hard to get where they are. I should have all the benefits that they get, even though like I'm less educated or I have less experience or this or that. I don't want to like that. I think going on vacation every year is financially stupid. I mean, I think that really just depends on the person, right? That's such like a subjective thing. Like if you have enough money, you should enjoy it. Like if you have more than enough money, then like if you have a lot of money, you should put aside what you need to retire and then invest the other, like whatever's left, into your happiness. Is the way I see it. Because you can't take the money to the grave, but you guys used, as they say, you know. I think Tuesday, Wednesday are the worst. The other day, get 6.5 hours of sleep. Oh my god. I was saying this to my stream earlier, but my sleep has been really bad. Like, okay, not like the last 2 days, but like last week, I was like consistently only getting like 5 to 6 hours of sleep. And that's not because like my life is busy, it's just because I was like staying up too late. Like I could have got 8 hours of sleep, but I just kept going to sleep really late. That was really my fault. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. I don't know. We just live in like, I don't know how to, like, it kind of feels weird if like you spend the entire day doing things you didn't want to do. Like, yeah, is that not reasonable? Like I think a lot of people like have to lose sleep because like, it just feels strange to spend the entire day doing stuff you didn't want to do. Like you need like at least an hour of like to like even to maintain like a little bit like the baseline happiness. You need like at least an hour every day of like leisure time, right? If your life is literally, you know, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, work, then you're gonna like just get depressed and hate life. If you're gonna go on vacation every year, go for it. But if you go on vacation every year but you're not able to save a lot and not be able to pay off debt, yeah. So vacations every 10K, I agree. Well, I think a lot of people like they don't live below their means, and then they get bitter about it when like it doesn't work out. Like they start like projecting their like, I guess like their frustrations on the world, when it's like, no, you know, if you just, you know, like I said, like some things are a privilege, and you know. And that being said, I do think the job market is obviously pretty bad right now. It's pretty bad. Like the bar keeps getting higher. Like I feel like as time goes by, people need to be more and more like talented to get the same job, basically. At least my jobs are somewhat chill. Yeah, I mean, well, I imagine bartending can get pretty hectic now. Like, how are your rushes? I mean, imagine that. I could not. Like, I'd probably fucking drop everything like an idiot. any kind, like my job has a crunch time. Like, you know, there are periods of the year where it speeds up, but like a job where there's like customers waiting on you, that is nerve wracking. Because now a lot of jobs are needing you, they need you in 3.5 years experience, yeah. Well, I think like I said, like it's just people are getting more productive in general. Like overall, people are just getting better as years. The next generation tends to be like more talented than the one before, or the one before. Like what it means to be above average is getting harder and harder, I guess. I get on like Saturday night, but during the week it's not too bad. That's cool. Now, for the most part, my job is pretty chill. Like, most weeks I probably work somewhere between like 35 and 45 hours. So yeah, it probably averages out to the 40. If I'm being really productive and I'm feeling really generous, it's closer to like 40 to 50. But even then, that's not that bad, really, right? Like, that's still a lot better than a lot of people. Yeah, we're all trying to get by, I guess. I think everyone should like take a moment to be grateful for their job. I go into I've said this so many times. Like, you see a lot of people people in worse circumstances have to do things that they probably don't want to do because they're desperate for money. I'm not gonna talk about it specifically, but I think you guys all know what I mean. There's a lot of people in much worse situations than us, right? My other job is as a bakery, close. I help restock pastries, serve customers, clean prep. Oh, that's cool. Bakery sounds pretty comfy. Do you get to take any of the food home? I don't know about the next gen. Gen Alpha is the first gen, over century to go down the average IQ. Wait, really? I didn't even know that. Really? I just assumed every generation got smarter than the last. I didn't realize. I guess that's not always gonna happen. I live off those pastries sometimes. That's like my snack in between bakery and bartending. I need to message someone. So an UMP of mine had a big interview recently. I need to ask her if she got the job. Oh, I hope she did. If I ask her and she didn't get it, it's just gonna remind her. It's gonna make her feel bad. Oh man, maybe I should ask. No, I won't ask. Oh, how was the interview, Pixel? Did you end up getting that job at the seafood place? Was it? I'm very favorite my job. You get paid a good amount because I have over a year experience. I make food, so I get a meal for free every day. Right? But your job is a cook. You're a cook. Is it? When you said you make food, you're a cook? Question mark. Thing is, even when I sleep early, it's so hard to fall asleep because I usually work so late. Oh, I feel that, man. Something that's certainly true is that later generations tend to have more insomnia than the last one. No clue. What do you mean? I guess you're waiting for them to call you? Is that? I'm a cook at a movie theater? Wait, what? Cook at a movie theater? What? That's a thing? Don't movie theaters just have nachos and popcorn and corn dogs? What kind of food do you make? I didn't do you make legit food? Is it a bougie movie theater? Whoa. That's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. My local one has fully reclining seats, and you go, what? Wait, you guys are living in the future. You can order food from your movie seat? What? Did they bring it to you? What? Oh, okay, that sounds more reasonable. I thought you were preparing pasta or something like that. Yeah, I believe that. That's still a pretty good selection. Better than my movie theater. Not that I've been in a while, but yeah. When I went on the cruise for my friend's bachelor's trip, I thought it was crazy that you could like they had like really like subsidized like the room service was like subsidized. So like you can order like 10 wings for like $5, which is like really cheap. And we ordered like 40 wings or something crazy at 2 a.m. and I'm surprised they actually brought it. Mine has like the usual like junk food, but also some pretty good options. I mean, I haven't gone to the movie theaters in so long. I probably never will. I mean, honestly, I don't really like the movie theaters. At least, like, sometimes I feel like the screen is too wide, and it's like I would rather have a smaller screen where I can see everything going on. I feel like my computer monitor is the perfect size, right? Or my TV, like movie screen size. It starts getting like outside of your vision almost. I feel it's not like crazy expensive. It's about as much you pay for a movie and a meal separately. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's just like I think nowadays you go to the movie theater, you go for the experience. Like it's more so you go for the experience of being in the movie theater more so than the movie itself. Well, I guess if you're like a movie person, then like and you want to watch something on the day of the release, that makes more sense. I don't really care for like watching movies the moment they come out. Like, I'm happy to just wait. Oh, the word I was looking for is movie buff. Yeah, if you're a movie buff and you care about being one of like the first, you want to see it as soon as possible. And I can understand that. Like that's probably like the main goal, right? I would think, anyways. The honors. The honors. The honors. I'm a little bit of a movie nerd. I haven't had too much free time recently. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I need to watch. I don't really watch many shows or many shows. I don't really watch a whole lot of anything really, other than YouTube lately. I haven't gone to these for a while, but I work there. I can go see a movie for free if you don't know your days. Oh, really? Is that like one of the benefits? You just like get infinite free movies. Thank you for that advance, Pixel. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Okay, so this is when you. Wow. 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 And that's what that is. Wow. I pretty much get infinite movies Monday through Thursday and give me a plus one. Yeah, man. 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 In my opinion, those are the low-hanging fruit. I would, if I were you, I would save my points for the more expensive things. If you can wait. Okay, guys, well, it's been nice talking to you. Thank you for listening to my spiel about my crappy cousin. I need to find someone to raid. I need to find someone to raid. Yawners. Any yawners in the chat? Any yawners in the chat? Yawners? Yawners? Oh my goodness. Yawners? Oh, you guys are welcome. Thank you for keeping me company. I've been trying to stream every day, and I've been keeping up with it. I've been managing to like actually do it. So, the next time you can expect to see me is tomorrow. if I don't like, I've been pretty good with it lately. So I yawned because you did it, and then said it, and then said it like 3 times. Ooh, my yawn. I've been told my yawns are pretty infectious. Okay, well, we're gonna raid Heron because, like, she's like, oh, we can raid someone new today. Let me see. Let me see if we can find anyone that's not, like, super lewd. Let's see if we can find someone a bit normal. Oh, no, no. Okay, I'm just gonna raid her, guys. Ooh, I can't wait till I get my 3DO, guys. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna get felt right in your ear, direct to your brain. Okay. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye, Pixel. Bye, Summer. Bye, Sail. Bye, anybody else. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night, good night, good night.